has condemned what he called acts of aggression in Syria. He was speaking at a UN Security Council session on the long-running humanitarian crisis in the war-torn country. Well, we can now cross live to our correspondent Samira Khan in Washington for more on this. So, Samira, could you tell us what was actually said at the Security Council meeting?
Well, tensions escalated between Russia and the U.S. at today's Security Council meeting. Now, Russia called for this emergency Security Council meeting to discuss the situation in Raqqa, a city that was until recently ISIS territory, but now under full U.S. control. And in addition to Raqqa, they were set to discuss a refugee camp on the Syria-Jordan border. But instead, the two traded insults and accusations, with Russia saying that the U.S. hasn't done enough to solve the crisis in areas under U.S. control, to which the U.S. responded, first denying the allegation, then accusing Russia of trying to distract the world from, quote, Assad's atrocities. The focus then shifted to recent events, as in the coalition's airstrikes last week, which the Russian ambassador condemned and then demanded that Western countries stop their aggression. Let's check out what happened.
With their act of aggression, the US, the UK and France expressed their solidarity with one side in the conflict. An aggressor has no moral right to say he is preparing a legal framework to protect his victim.
Our operations have succeeded in rolling back the so-called ISIS caliphate and addressing a dire threat to our collective peace and security. The coalition made these gains while the Assad regime and its backers focused their guns mostly on the Syrian opposition groups that weren't ISIS terrorists.
Now, then Russia said that the coalition's airstrike discouraged Syria from participating in peace talks. The Russian ambassador ended, reiterating that there is no military solution to the conflict. Here's more of what happened between the two.
If the goal is to use bombs to force the Syrian president to negotiate and then present it as a victory over him and put him in court as a war criminal, then this is an impossible goal.
Russia has called us here as part of a messaging campaign to try to distract from the atrocities committed by the Assad regime. In order to do that, Russia has asked this council to focus its attention on the one part of Syria where the Assad regime isn't pummeling civilians to death with barrel bombs or banned chemical weapons.
Things are heating up between the two countries, so we'll just have to wait and see what happens and, most importantly, how this will impact Syria.